Solarus. Alors, attendez, je vais mettre la musique. C'est parti. Est-ce que ça marche? Ouais, ça marche. Donc, ce soir, on va essayer d'avancer dans le développement de Solarus 1.5. Alors, on va tout de suite regarder la liste de bugs. Donc, il y en a 90 ouverts, bien sûr. 1.5, il y a beaucoup moins que les 90 qui vont être finis pour 1.5, qu'ils ont prévu pour 1.5. Il en reste 12. Donc certains c'est des bugs et certains c'est des nouvelles fonctionnalités. Donc c'est parti. Hein. Alors on a un bug qui nous a été rapporté par Diarendor, qui est un de nos principaux utilisateurs. Donc apparemment cette origin sur les custom entities ne marcherait pas bien. Ok. Salut Phoenix. Après il dit que la fonction fonctionne bien quand on l'appelle depuis onCreated, ce qui semble bizarre parce que il n'y a pas de différence dans le code. But I have a problem if I call local sword. Alors. Set origin qui existe sur les ennemis et qui existe aussi sur les custom entities, qui est défini comme ça et on appelle juste le set origin du côté C++. Ah. Donc on modifie quand même la bounding box, mais on oublie de notifier. Il y a peut-être une notification manquante. Parce qu'après onCreated, c'est quasiment sûr qu'il y a des choses qui déclenchent des notifications. Je vais poser une question s'il est sur IRC. Does get origin return the correct value? Il change l'origine de la custom entity, pas des sprites. Alors on va essayer de faire un test unitaire pour tenter de reproduire sans problème.
Ouais.
Alors pour ça on va aussi ouvrir le projet de l'éditeur. Est-ce que tout mon code est à jour déjà? On va tout recompiler.
Ouais, il faudrait. Non, mais après, ça dépend parce que tu peux pas être à 100% un truc.
En tout cas en regardant le code je vois déjà un problème de notification, donc c'est peut-être juste ça. Parce que par exemple quand vous appelez Entity API set size, il change la bounding box et puis il fait notify size changed.
Mais après, ouais, c'est parce que...
Je suppose qu'il n'existe pas de fonction notify origin changed.
C'est parce que tu peux avoir aussi
Mais en tout cas, la bounding box a changé.
des influences parce que tu as des ailes aussi. Je sais qu'il y a les ailes 6 et 8, et puis tu as aussi d'autres options.
Oui, David, oui, c'est vrai que ça faisait longtemps. Je devrais en faire plus souvent.
Justement, on en parlait là, hier. Et il me disait qu'il y a aussi...
Set... Où est passé mon set origin?
C'est quoi?
Origin.
Survie, tête,
Je pense savoir comment le corriger, mais on va faire un test unitaire pour s'assurer que ça ne soit pas recassé plus tard. Et aussi pour s'assurer qu'on le corrige vraiment.
Et donc, Moni, elle se reconnaît dans quelque chose ou pas? Parce que le problème des...
Alors ensuite, je vais recompiler le...
Ils se reconnaissent pas dans le dos.
Pardon, l'éditeur.
Bah si. Bah si. Ah, t'es Sylvanas? Bah si, genre... je suis pas aidé. Mais c'est parce que... Non mais en colère, tu sais pas, elle peut être en colère en amour. Mais elle le montre pas.
C'est un petit peu long, il y a beaucoup de choses à recompiler parce que j'ai fait des changements sur un autre ordi que celui-là. Donc celui-là était plus très à jour.
Enfin, je sais pas.
Hi dear Render. So I was trying to reproduce your bug.
Ouais.
I will try to reproduce it in a unit test. Okay. Recent quests. Testing quest.
C'est ça en haut là.
So a unit test is actually a map in this testing project. So this one should be called... what's the number of the issue again? .880. Custom entity. Set origin. Okay.
Ouais, je peux rien faire. Il s'appelle dans le truc, mais il peut être 1 et puis avoir combien?
So we will have a custom entity somewhere. And then how can we reproduce the problem? Because so as local origin x origin y custom entity get origin assert origin x should be the initial value 8 and 13. These are the default values, so can already try that.
c'est bon, on a vu.
Okay.
Ouais. Je sais pas pourquoi.
Run CMake again. And then I should run the unit test here.
Ouais, moi je suis 7.
Oh, so it doesn't work for some reason.
Bah si. Faut pas rire, mais... je sais
Yes. I forgot the second equal. And I also forgot to stop the game. Okay, so for now we are okay. And then we want to try custom entity, set origin, I don't know, 0, 0. Oops. And then we can try that, but I'm guessing that it will work because this is not the problem. This is not exactly the problem he has.
pas.
Yes.
Avec lui,
So for example, if you set the origin to 0, 0,
ils ont abattu.
how to explain that? The origin is initially
Mais qu'est-ce qu'ils font?
exactly where I have my mouse, something like here. And when I set the origin to 0, 0, it will change the coordinates of the entity to be here in a rectangle like this. Oops.
Ils sont vraiment nuls.
So we can try to check these coordinates and maybe we can do a collision test.
Ouais, ils ont ulti.
So x should be 24 and 29. What? What is this? The assert function should take only one parameter. This is what I meant.
Ils sont nuls.
I will check, but I think it can only take one parameter. Yes, the second parameter is an optional error message.
Je t'en montrerai, moi.
So initially these are the coordinates.
Mais tu peux encore plus ou pas? Ouais.
Oops, it's not this, it's get position.
Ah non, je t'entends pas.
Yes.
D'accord.
And when you change the origin, it should shift the entity from the difference of origin so that actually the coordinates remain exactly the same.
Bah, pas trop. Non.
Still 24 and 29. So here, but now this will be
Hello?
the upper left corner of the entity, so the entity will be here
Ah, oui.
and it will overlap the hero.
Ah, voilà.
Still passed. Okay, good.
Très, très loin.
And if we check the collisions with the hero, it will still work because I think that the hero, we check his collisions all the time. So we should try with another custom entity. Custom entity 2. Alright. And then custom entity 2 add collision test overlapping. Entity. So the first custom entity should detect a collision when its origin is changed, and then we set detected to true. And let's check this in a timer function. A session failed, so it is the one. 14. No. What? Oh yes, I changed the coordinates 2461. Passed. I wasn't expecting that. Assert detected?
J'ai vu un mini-dame. Vas-y. Ouais. Ah, c'était moi. Merde, moi ici. Non, c'est tous les côtés. Merde.
Test collision. Should check the documentation. Custom entity. No, it should be on all entities. What? Overlaps. Okay, it's not test collision, it's overlaps. Alright. Overlapping is the default value. Let's keep this here, okay. Not custom entity overlaps, custom entity 2. Initially. Okay. And then they should overlap. After I change the origin. Okay. So now I don't understand why it works. They do overlap, but or maybe I should do this later, just to be sure. Still okay, so I don't know. I don't know how this collision test can be detected, because we only called this, and this does not trigger any notification. Is this debug mode? No, release.
n'existe pas ici.
Oops.
Tresseur,
When do a test?
j'aimerais bien les mises à jour, que j'ai une mise à jour à faire, je sais pas quoi. Genre le Windows 7 il est pas assez évolué.
Sorry.
Ah, il faut que je le mette à jour, c'est tout.
So we are going to use the debugger to understand why it works.
Parce que j'aime les bits, ça.
Okay. Is this already finished? What is going on here?
Bien joué. Ah ouais, elle est claire. Ah.
Run a test with this.
Tapote le dragon et là.
Simulation started, simulation finished?
Mais attends.
Oh, this is not the correct main.
Bon, moi j'ai def parce qu'il y a la créature de la créature qui est là.
Okay, so it's working, it's just running. It was just running much faster than I expected. So, okay, let's put a breakpoint from the code who calls the custom entity collision callback.
Qu'est-ce qu'il fait là lui?
Modify collision, something like that.
Ouais.
Probably here.
Ouais, sur Illidan au milieu. Non.
Okay, it was never called. Detected? So, something is wrong here. Is this a stupid mistake? What's going on? Let's put the chat here and this here. Okay, so apparently this is not even cold, which I really don't understand. Oh, we do the exit before checking that. So obviously this was never reached. Okay. Stupid mistake. And now it fails. This one fails. So this is exactly what we expected. And this, by the way, should be a new bug from 1.5, I think. Because before 1.5 we didn't need to notify people when the bounding box was changed. But now with the quad trees and everything, we have to take care of notifications. Build. And it still doesn't work. Update the quad tree. That's all.
C'est nouveau ça? Mais c'est pas nouveau depuis les mises à jour?
So that's not enough.
Tu disais quoi que c'était...
You also have to check collisions. I thought that this was checking collisions also. Because for example, what happens if I do like set position like this? After that they should obviously overlap. No, its name is custom entity, not custom entity 1. No? What's wrong here? Custom entity 2. Get name. Custom entity 2. What? Custom entity detects a collision with itself? Since when? C'est vrai. I don't understand. Okay, no problem here.
Allez, allez, on peut le faire.
Assertion failed. How is that possible when I change custom entity? Custom entity 2?
Il y a tout ce qu'il y avait. Qu'est-ce qu'il y a en bas? Ah, non. Ah, ok.
When I change the position of an entity, it triggers a collision test of another one. Custom entity.
Oula, oula, oula.
Oh no, sorry. Okay, it's because this function takes both entities in parameters. Okay. No problem, sorry. First entity is always this one, and second entity is we should try that. The second entity is custom entity. Okay. It's because you could very well pass the same function to several entities here. So you want the callback to give you both entities. Okay, so when we change the position of the custom entity, it works. But when instead we change the origin, something is wrong.
Ah ouais. Leroy, il m'a dit.
So what happens exactly when we change the position of a custom entity? This is the question, and let's try to do the same when we change the origin. Okay, so set position is here. Notify position changed. Okay, so we have so not only we have notify bounding box changed, we also have notify position changed. And actually this one calls the other one, and this one does all necessary checks. So it's this one that we should call. It's a bit complicated. And it's all of this is new code. Notify size changed. I'm guessing that we will need the same for the size.
I have 3 quests. One specialist, one.
So all of this is quite unstable because this is new in 1.5.
8 games. So like.
Segfault. What? What did I do? No.
Bug.
Since when?
Do you have another request?
Segfault. Bam.
Maybe I.
What is happening here? Oh.
Alright. Another
This is tricky.
character.
Notify position changed.
No?
Should do nothing if we are not on the map. This is ugly. Ugly. Who else calls this, and do they make the necessary checks? No one calls it from here, from this file.
You can wait. Oh, you're tired. Me too. Yeah, me too, and tomorrow.
I should clean all of this one day so that when you call this, it automatically calls this. And same for the origin, same for the size. So, okay, I understand. Set origin does not make the notification. Set
Did you research your photo?
size does not make the notification other than notify size changed, and set XY does not make any notification. It's the responsibility of the callers of all these functions to do the notifications.
You want to see the mission?
Like here. Otherwise we have segmentation faults. I should really clean this one day, but not today. Because this is the end of the release. I don't want to change too much. For now I want to fix the problem, make a unit test, and later it will be possible to do some refactoring to organize this better. Okay, it works this time. One line fix. And
she wants to where she wants to go.
I want to check set size to see if we have the same issue.
In the town, yeah. Yeah.
We probably have the same issue.
That's why I can show you here. Here. Hill. C'est ça, colline. Hill.
Let's put a third one. Oops. For example here. This one will be shifted here. So if you increase its size to 32 by 32, it should overlap the third one. This shouldn't change, but the size should change.
Of what?
Custom entity get size.
Ah, oh.
32 by 32.
Et le cirque du soleil.
Actually, I don't need a timer here. It should be detected instantly. Can I already try to check that?
And spider
Yes.
to make her scream. Oh.
Detected here. like this.
I will
The session
tell
failed. 34 as expected, because Setsai has the same problem. Notify size. So what? No. This guy only does notify bounding exchange for the quad tree.
And from where the circus comes?
Ideally, this function should call. I don't know. I don't like this very much because notify position change and notify bounding box change are too confusing. I think it should only be notify bounding box changed.
Okay. You can say the new. Yeah. We say the new.
Okay, so at least it works. And let's check the old unit tests. "56 unit tests." That's nice. Okay. Set origin. So
Okay. Trying to.
not working.
I don't have my armor.
Do I already have something about that?
Yeah.
Not. How can we say that? It's not that it was not working, because if you move the entity after it, it fixes the problem. Fix missing notifications. Custom. Okay, like this.
Not like that. Yeah, and before too.
Okay, one less.
Oh no! Oh, his life.
Milestone 1.5. 11 open. So this is a recent feature request that should be easy to fix. I'm gonna add this function, get facing entity, and this for me is a different issue. Yes, it's get command effect action that should return if we can grab something. So I consider this as a bug of get command effect. Get facing entity. Normally I say it should be easy because it already exists on the C++ side. Get facing entity. It returns whatever entity the hero is looking at, is immediately looking at, or it returns null PTR if there is no entity in front of him. Should we do this for all entities or only for the hero? Hero get facing entity. Only the hero uses this on the C++ side, but there is no reason not to. I mean, it works for all entities. So why not? Yeah, no problem there, Ender. Where is my browser? Oh, okay. 877. Get facing entity. So yes, I will add this feature to all types of entities and not only to the hero.
Nice.
So for example, if the hero starts here and is looking, I don't know, to the bottom, and if there is a custom entity here, then the facing entity of the hero is the custom entity. But let's keep him facing north first. And if we put a non-playing character, it will be the non-playing character. Okay. And if the non-playing character himself is looking south, the facing entity of the non-playing character will be this block. Unstarted. Hero get facing entity should initially be nil. And then we want to change the direction of the hero, so I have to check, is this the direction of the movement or the direction of the sprite that is considered to determine the facing entity? I'm not sure, so let's check the C++ documentation. Detector in front of this entity is not very precise. Who calls set facing entity?
Yeah, but
Maybe you also need a function on facing entity changed, an event.
I got that.
but this will be another issue. Other set facing entity this. Make sure that only one entity can turn that. So yes, it's determined by the type of collision facing, which is if the entity facing point corresponding to its current direction is inside the detector's rectangle. Test collision facing point. Is facing point and get facing point. Is there a get facing point function in the Lua API, by the way? No. Okay, so we first consider the sprite. If there is one, and if it's a sprite with a 4-direction system, we use the sprite to determine the facing entity. Otherwise, we use the movement.
Sorry.
So I think we need get facing point also. And facing point is initially, if you look north, it's initially this point here. 2416. No, 15. It's outside the bounding box always. $24.15, and then let's look to the east, for example. Just checking, no facing. No get facing points yet. And in the hero.
Bus? Bus?
Facing point? No. And what was I looking for again? Yes, hero set direction. Set the direction with the hero sprites. This is what I want. Set direction 0. Look to the east. And now the facing point should have changed. Oops. Facing point should now be 3224. And facing entity should be the NPC. And then to the south. No, 2432. Custom entity. And finally, the facing point of the NPC should be the block. Facing entity, I mean. Block Let's just check that. It should be enough. Should be the NPC we said. Yes. Oops. And if this guy is looking to the right, it should be the block. Block facing no, NPC facing entity should be the block. Same for the custom. And custom entity. Set direction should be the same. Yes.
Hey, no. I don't know.
To the east. And no, it's already looking to the east initially. Let's look to the west, for example. And after that, the facing entity of the custom should be nil. Okay. So we have our unit test. Gate facing point does not exist. I was expecting that. So now let's write the documentation. Entity.
Go pay.
Okay, then position, center position, ground position. We should call this get facing position and not get facing point. To be consistent with get center position, get ground position. Get facing position. Get center position. Return the coordinates of the point the entity is looking at. This point depends on the direction of the sprite, if any. If there is no sprite, if the entity has no sprite, or if the sprite has not 4 directions, then the movement is considered, and if there is no movement either, the entity is assumed to look to the north. Is that even true? Yes, north by default. Okay. I don't know if I should put a capital letter here. X coordinate of the facing point of this entity relative to the upper left corner of the map. Oops. Layer of the entity. And then get facing entity returns the entity overlapping the facing point, if any. Return the entity. This entity is looking at, if any. That's better. This is an entity overlapping the facing position of this entity. If several entities are overlapping the facing position,
Mais c'est quoi le bruit du chien?
so the first one in the order is returned. Return value entity. The facing entity or nil if there is no entity in front of this entity. It seems clear
Not
to me.
nice, not beautiful. And comment on dit aboyer? Spark? No.
I saw a warning.
What's the verb for the
Get facing
dogs?
position. Lua API entity get facing position.
when
I forgot entity here.
Oh, bark, yeah. Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
Here they are. Get facing position, get facing entity. Okay, great.
C'est quoi?
So the test is done, the documentation is done,
Huh?
and now let's do the code. Should be very easy because everything is already done in the C++ side. Get. So after get center position, we have to add get facing position.
Like a wolf.
And by the way, in the documentation, what about
The tail is the same.
entity overlaps?
Ah, finish.
What?
Okay. From
The one we saw earlier, overlap
But
other
finish,
entity collision mode. Yes, collision mode, facing. Collision is the facing point of the other entity burning bush. Blah 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 blah. You can put a link here. Entity get facing
Okay,
position.
I've got 2 minutes.
And same thing in add collision test probably for custom entities. Yes. Collision if the facing position of the other entity. Okay, good. This is nice. And I should commit the documentation. Get facing point. And render, if you think that an event on facing entity changed would be useful, you can open an issue and I'm sure it will be useful. Get facing entity. Okay, back to the code. Get facing position and get facing entity. This one. Same thing here, get center position. Get facing position. And get facing entity. The code should be very similar to this one. Get facing position. Oops.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah, but it's purple and you don't have
Yes,
purple.
it will be a useful function, not really absolutely necessary. Oh,
Anything.
my computer is lagging. Can I cancel the build? Something is wrong here. Stop it, please.
Yellow. Marcus, do you prefer black or white?
So get facing position is done.
Right. No, not blind people, possessed people. Not possessed. Chi cazzo possedita?
Okay, and get facing entity.
No, c'est white. Everywhere.
Get facing point, is this a virtual Why? The hero I missed that the hero actually overrides this.
Eyes? Again? No,
The hero overrides this function to always
Black.
return
No, I think it's
the facing point that depends on the sprite.
Grey.
And this is a bit stupid because it's probably exactly the same thing. And I should be very precise about what sprite we use. If there are several sprites.
Little orange. And you know, Lo have just one eye, green. Look. No, look about you.
Oops.
Ah, yeah. You mean in real life?
Get animation direction. Surprise, get animation direction.
Almost.
Tunic sprite. But the tunic sprite is the main sprite for the hero.
I don't care. You know it. And
So I think we should be able to kill this override to get facing point. But not in 1.5, there is no rush.
No, I can still not. Evident.
Hi STD Greg War. Okay, I'm sure that there are great Lua bindings for C++.
Oh, come on.
I don't know the one you are talking about, but I like to keep Lua code and C++ code very separated. For example, I don't want a system that would automatically bind a C++ class to some Lua code. I define the whole API by hand with a lot of very small functions like this. So okay, this one was not finished, but I haven't. I need to commit this.
Cute. No, it's not a word. Cute. It means just cute.
Get facing position.
No.
Okay.
No, to
Get facing entity. This returns a pointer.
no,
We will need the non-cons version. If facing entity is null PTR, push nil, else push entity, facing entity, and return one value.
No, don't be aggressive.
What's a good way to prevent my character from moving? Hero freeze?
No, help. Okay, no problem.
Okay, so let's check the unit test. Maybe it works now.
No.
Or maybe not.
Why there are level 5?
Okay, so what's wrong? Line 12. Apparently the facing position is not the one I was expecting.
Nope.
32-24 looking to the east.
Yeah.
32-24. Okay, so then what is the facing position?
Yes! Oh.
32-24. What? Oh, I did the same mistake as earlier. It's end. And here as well. Actually, this was not a mistake. The mistake was that I forgot to call get facing position again. Okay?
Yeah.
Line 12, still not okay. So this is okay now, but not this. Get facing entity should be the NPC,
Yeah, I have a
but it's not. That's too bad. That's probably another issue. I'm pretty sure that if I do this initially, it will work.
Oh no!
And it will fail. It will fail here, only here.
No, she's dreaming.
No, line 12? Still? Get direction. Oh, but I'm still in map unstarted. I'm still in an initialization state. Maybe it's the reason. Yeah.
Oh, you touched my file.
Collisions are not detected right away, maybe. I mean, the map is suspended, so the hero is suspended. Collisions just don't work at this point.
I
So let's do this instead. This is called not while the map is loading, but after the opening transition is finished, so after the map is suspended. Yes, we are line 18 now, so that's some real progress. Back to this, and back to this. Line 13, okay, so now we really have a problem with that, a notification problem. Set direction, and this is not what I wanted to check. Get direction 0. Notify facing point changed. No, it's notify facing entity changed. When we do set direction, we should... Actually, I'm not sure why it doesn't work well. Set direction. This is ugly. We have custom entity set direction, hero set direction, and stream set direction that are all 3 different implementations. Hero set animation direction. Okay, but this is a completely different bug. Set direction has problems, missing notifications, and does something different between the hero and custom entities. So this will be another issue. Oops. Let's just make this guy look to the west, and we will not be testing set direction here. Hero get facing entity should initially be the NPC, and the facing entity of the NPC should be the block, and the facing entity of the custom entity should be nil. Let's keep it simple. Line 8. NPC get facing entity should be the block. Are you looking down? Yes. Okay, something is wrong specifically with non-playing characters. Oh, because it has no sprite and no movement. No. So, then how does it work with the custom entity? Oh, because I am checking nil. Okay, I understand. I must put some sprites. To respect the specification. Do I have some character sprites here? This one is looking south. I mean, no, west. And this one. Let's change this then to make it clearer. This one down, this one right. So NPC get facing entity. Let's do it like this.
The what?
Left and down. Okay.
No?
NPC get facing entity should be nil, and custom entity get facing entity should be the block. I could also check the block, why not?
Okay, but I never. I didn't.
The block
See.
should be in direction 0,
I
so
see I have it.
nil.
Oh, I can stun the plant.
Line 7. Hero get facing entity. No. Now it's a custom. And now it's line 9. Wow. Custom entity get facing entity. Should be the block. It was working before, no?
Go, go, go.
It's nil. Why? Custom entity. What's wrong with the music?
Yeah. But just on this time, I didn't see the listen.
40, 32, 0. 40, 32, that's correct. So we are in the block.
With a rabbit on it.
Oops. Set facing.
Ah, it was alive.
Okay, it only works for entities that have the facing
Okay, one
collision mode.
more. Oh, maybe not. Oh, oh, yeah, me too.
But blocks should have the facing collision mode.
Go. No.
Custom entities
First ready?
facing block.
Yes. Oh, just to
Facing,
find,
so
Marcus.
this does not explain the problem.
The solar.
set facing entity.
Red? Ah, that's red. Like this? No? This? Yeah. No, 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 no! Stay red. Stay red. Stay red. No, red team. Go.
What if I try a second NPC?
Red team and okay. And the white hair. You don't have white hair, but
No, it still doesn't work.
so I can be with her. Maybe it's good. Okay. He? No, she.
Oh, wait, green slime.
Hmm?
No, it should be okay because it has 4 directions.
No, it's because she said hi. No?
Get new directions. It should be 4, otherwise the facing entity does not work.
You know what? Shark?
And 10, so this is okay and
Shark
this is
like
not okay. We can also check that.
Ah, Jaina here.
Oh, that's interesting. This assertion actually fails.
Oh, Jaina name is Mufasa.
Non, je suis français, mais je stream en anglais.
Mufasa.
So this is very weird. Overlaps block facing entity API
So you're
overlaps.
in better mood.
Facing.
No, I said better.
We check that.
That's good.
And we check that. Test collision. Test collision facing point. Huh. Boom. Run Lua tests and this one. What is this name of this guy?
Oh,
Oops. Pour quand un jeu Solarus? Ah bah ça je bosse sur Mercury's Chest et puis sur Zelda Holy Link Begins. Mais là aujourd'hui je bosse sur Solarus lui-même. Okay, so we are in the function. We passed an entity a second parameter with collision mode. Collision mode name not accessible. Okay.
but we just need
But it
three.
should be facing. Yes, facing. Collision mode. And then we call this function. And for some reason it returns false. Get bounding box. Entity is facing point in. Oh no, I pressed the wrong button. Step out. So overlaps is now equals to false. Stop. Try again.
Yeah, I go mid.
Step into. No, no. Oh, I went too fast again. Sorry. Actually, when we're here, we can do that and that facing point and that.
Jeez.
Okay, so we are here. Facing point is what? Rectangle is 16, 16, 32, 16. So we are testing. Back to this. Is the facing point of this guy inside the bounding box of this guy? This is a custom entity of size 16 by 16, so its facing point should be 40, 32. And I have no idea why it says these values. This is clearly wrong. Custom entity. This is a block? What? Is facing point in? Oh, am I testing this the wrong way? I was testing the facing point of the block and not the facing point of the custom. Custom entity overlaps block facing. Did I do this? Did I call this the wrong way? Overlaps other entity. Collision is the facing point position of the other entity. Is touching this entity. Okay. Block overlaps custom entity facing. Yes, this is very easy to miss. So now it fails at line 12. So this works, okay, as expected, and this doesn't. By the way, what about this? Line 12. Block facing entity is not nil. What? Oh, maybe the block is looking north because sprite is the block sprite. The block sprite only has one direction, so the facing entity of the block is the custom entity.
It's a real
Actually,
ice
that's a good test. Block facing entity. Line 12, right? Yes. It's custom entity. This deserves a comment. Yes, so this is the last problem we have. We'll also add this, just to be very clear. And last problem, so get facing entity of the custom.
Well, I thank you.
So the hero, then the hero again, and again, and again, and again, and again. And now it's the block. Facing entity of the block will be the custom entity. Yes, because it's looking north. And then the hero nil. And then the hero is facing the custom entity. Yes, looking to the right. And then nil again. And the custom entity again. Oh yes, it's called all the time for the hero. Okay. Something must be wrong with the collisions of the block. Some collision checks must be missing.
Where is Nova? Behind me. The Nova is playing good.
notify position change, reset.
Okay, I know stuff too. Like everybody. Oh really?
Check region from detector.
As you can see.
Notify layer change, notify position changed. The sprites. Still notification problems. Check region with detectors is done. Notify layer changed, notify positions changed. Suspended false. That's interesting. The problem is I will probably fix this bug, but introduce a lot of unwanted effects.
There's something. Somewhere. I don't know. Behind
Yes,
me already.
problem is fixed, but I'm not happy. Because I have just added some checks that were missing at the initialization of the map, and yes, it's breaking some unit tests with the transportation stuff. Ugh. What's wrong with this one? Cohesion test not moving.
Hey, back. Qu'est-ce que tu fais?
Line 6. Someone else detected a collision. We have the hero's destination and the custom entity. And this test want to check that this custom entity, there are two custom entities, that they detect collisions even when they are not moving. It's because there was a bug. So the first one checks that the second entity is detected. And apparently it detected another entity. How is that even possible? Who is this? Other get type. Oh, the camera, of course. Yes.
Ignore me.
This is perfectly normal. You know what? If other get type is a custom entity, then it should be custom entity 2, and we say that detected is true. Okay, so for this one it was the fault of the unit test. And for the other one, it was something related to teletransporters. Assert teletransporter, same map.
Right there?
Okay, 7, 8, 1. Oh yes, this one. Unopening transition finished. Ooh. I'm afraid that teletransporter, maybe a teletransporter was activated as soon as the map starts, instead of after the opening transition. Maybe this is a problem. Hero get position. Destination 2. What? So we start here and then we are transported to destination. Oops, to the second destination. What? Destination 1. So here and then to this one. So what went wrong? Line 8. For some reason the hero is not on the expected destination. Let's enable the video and disable turbo mode. Okay, we didn't have time to see. Oops. It's very fast, but it looks like the hero ends up here and the second teletransporter is never activated. Okay, now it works, but I don't know why. Might change. I mean, I'm only checking more things than before. And how? I don't understand. If I'm checking more things than before, how is it even possible that the hero takes more time to get transported? Is this just a one frame difference? Apparently yes.
Okay,
Check
so
even
then
from
back
detector
now.
this.
Yeah, I'm really much.
I mean, well, it doesn't really matter this delay. And I would like to understand why there is some difference, but right now let's finish this. So this change is a bit scary. Don't like to do this at this stage of at this stage of the release. But I'm sure that it is correct. I'm just.
So good night.
I mean, maybe there will be some surprises, like scripts, existing scripts that didn't expect. Oops. Some collision to be detected. Like in the unit test I fixed with the camera. Okay. Get entities, get camera, entity. And method get, entity get facing entity. Is this the correct number? Yes. And another one, get facing position. Okay. Close these. 877. Okay, good. And what's new here? You're stuck in your room after saving. Oh no, it's not my project. Ah, yes. I made a bad bug report because they can't reproduce the bug and I don't have the seed. I reproduce it again. Okay, so what else? What is the next issue? Circle movement. I don't use this kind of movement a lot. Set initial angle does not work. So there are two problems actually in this issue. Get angle speed, set angle speed. Angle speed, where are you? Degrees. What? Since when am I working in degrees? Okay, I must have missed that. And set initial angle works in radians. What about get angle speed? Angle change delay. Time interval in milliseconds. The number of degrees made per second is crazy. The API of this class takes some functions in radian and other ones in degrees per second. Who calls this? Only the Lua API, I think. Yes. Get angle speed. So we can change its definition. Number of radians to make per second. Degrees to radians, initial angle. Radians to degrees. Everything works in degrees in this class. That's fine, I won't change that now. So degrees to radians. This int. Yes, okay. Angle change delay. Geometry. Radians. No. Donc je cherche delay. And here radians to degrees. Angle, speed, right? The unit of this is radians per second. So if I call radians to degrees, I obtain degrees per second. So this should work. And for this one maybe I should just check Mystery of Solarus DX. No. Maybe another save game? I want to see the mini boss of this cave. What? It doesn't activate. Okay, he's already dead. Just want to go to the minibus. Oh! Ah! Désolé. Something's wrong with the sound. No. Did the game just crash or something? Fixed angle change date. Angle change delay is 0. Wow, this is completely wrong. Infinite loop. But radians per second. It cannot work. You cannot give. You cannot give a precise enough speed in radians per second. Because it works with integer numbers. So now I don't want to fix this now. I will keep it like it was in degrees and fix the documentation. Because it will be risky, and it would also make an incompatibility issue with existing games. No, I want to kill this guy. So okay, let's just fix the documentation. The real fix should be to not use integer numbers for angle speeds. This is not nice at all because this function takes radians and this function takes degrees. Really a bad choice from the beginning. Okay. And then the second problem of this issue was set initial angle just doesn't work. Movement. Circle movement. There is no set angle to get the current angle. But only the properties. Nothing about the current state. Anyway, movement API, set initial angle. What's wrong with this function? Check number, double, movement set initial angle. Yeah, this is a bit picky. Convert to degrees, yes. Radians to degrees. Current angle. When is this initial angle used? Here. Start. So I should do like a modulo operation, but for double. Floating point reminder. So we want to normalize the angle, and we are in radians. Two pi. And if it's a negative value, we should add 2 pi. Okay. I think it should be enough, and now let's check with Mystery of Solarus DX. Third save game. Maybe it's a shortcut to the mini boss. Yes. So it looks like the circle movement still works, of course, but what is the initial angle? I couldn't see. Ah. I think it starts to the north. Northeast. Let's have a look at the code. Non, il n'y avait pas d'épisode du Chaudron d'Or cette semaine. J'étais pas là lundi. Alors, so which one is it? Dungeon 2. But no, it should be in the enemy script. Chain and ball. Circle movement, center, radius, rotor speed, loop delay, angle speed, and I never specified any initial angle, so the initial angle should be 0. But what if we slow down the speed to see this better? Okay, it starts with the angle 0. That's very clear. So does this work? Set initial angle in radians this time. The opposite. No, it doesn't work. So this confirms the bug. This initial angle something, radians to degrees, it returns a mean value. And then the initial angle is used in the start function. Continue. I can remove this guy. The start function was not called? Who is supposed to call this? Update. Maybe it's time to stop or to restart. Wow. This is complicated. And this code is very old. I think I haven't touched it since several years. Wanted radius. Is started. How is this defined? Is started current radius or wanted radius is not 0. Obviously, they are not 0. So, who changed them if it's not from here? Update the angle, update the radius. Entity set movement. Restart. Maybe there is just a missing start. Notify object control. No. Loop delay. But loop delay is 0 in this case, so this is very special case. There is a missing start at some point. Next angle change date. I know the API is ugly. I'm sorry. Maybe I should keep the initial angle in radians like it was specified in the documentation, but it will break existing games. But no, it will not break existing games because set initial speed, initial angle was not working anyway. But no, it's angle speed that is in degrees per second, so it will break existing games. Or I could change the API to use degrees in set initial angle, but then it's not consistent with other movement classes that use degrees for trajectories. What is the initial value of the system now? Actually, the movement starts automatically. Oops. And it started. Current radius or wanted radius. Okay. Wanted radius is 0. Set radius. Current radius. Set radius speed. Oh. Actually, it starts when you call this, but without using the start function. This is normal, okay. Because with straight movements, when the speed is 0, it's not started, and to start it, you set the speed to something. So this is the same idea. It's just that if you change the initial angle, I think that yes, it's set initial angle. Okay, it works. Okay, let's change this. In this way. Everything will work in degrees in this class. Angle in degrees, okay. Since it was not working anyway, we can change the definition of this function. Okay, which means that let's keep it an integer for now. Set initial angle called from here. No, to normalize the angle, I checked on Stack Overflow. The modulo function returns something if it's a positive number. Oh, by the way, now it's an int. Oh, yes. But yes, this function was returning something between 0 and 2 pi if it was positive, and something between minus 2 pi and 0 if it was negative. But now that it's an integer, I guess I should do that. Ah, where is it? Modulo. I hope that this is correct. Let's try, I don't know. That. Ah, every time. Okay, so this is what I expected. And now if I put a negative number, like minus, I don't know, 90, it should be 270. Yes. And something even more negative, like this, and it should still be minus, I mean it should still be 270. Okay. So we need to change the documentation again. Degrees. Okay, at least it's consistent in this type. That's much better. Set initial angle just not working. Seven to 1. And what else did we fix? Get angle speed. So we fixed the documentation. And we fixed the crash. Okay. So Lua API change. Get and set initial angle, and now use degrees. So maybe we should put this in the incompatibility list, even though it won't be a problem for anyone since it was not working anyway. Get angle speed. Okay, and the other one is just a documentation issue. Closes this, and in the dock circle movement get set initial angle, no, angle speed. No, it was already the case. This is complicated. Initial angle now works with degrees. Okay, maybe it's time to stop. I have some notifications. So, issues. What do we have then? 9 more open. So we have problems with traversable doors or NPCs. Function parameters of hero safe solid ground. Yes, this should be easy. This is very useful. I'm not sure how to present this in the API. And this is... oh, streams are very complicated. Straight movement with it. That's not a big deal. Unit tests. Okay. So that's enough for tonight. There's still some work remaining, especially with the quest editor. We have just only seen the bugs on the engine side, but there are still 23 open issues for 1.5 in the Solarus quest editor. Okay, so that's it for tonight. Thank you everyone, and see you next time. Bye.